Hello, hello. I'm Crystal Rosas. This is our Z100 Artist Interview Lounge presented by Celsius Energy. Today, he's a multi-platinum chart-topping country star with over 3 billion streams, 6 #1 hits, and a reputation for putting every ounce of heart into everything he does. With this sold-out RussellMania tour, he's proven that he is just a powerhouse performer, and he is an incredible storyteller. His latest single, Happened to Me, just spent 2 weeks at #1 on country radio, climbed the Billboard Hot 100, and became his fastest growing single ever, racing up more than 230 million global streams. His 4th studio album, Famous Back Home, it is a hit, and he is gearing up for even more tour dates. Please welcome Russell Dickerson.
Oh, yeah.
And wifey here. I cannot forget.
Wifey's in the house?
Wifey's in the house. Wait, you just did Kelly Clarkson. Mm-hmm. What was that like? Because being next to her, her energy,
she's
her
so
voice.
cool. She's funny.
I know, huh?
Like, she's like, I feel like a lot of TV stuff we've done, people can be like, oh, hey, cool, just, another guest. But she's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for being here. Like, love your song, this, da-da-da. And I'm like, well, I love your song. Like, I'm such a huge fan. Like, Breakaway, friggin'. That was like the biggest album of 2006, whatever that was, What a time. So, yeah, it was cool. And she's like Nashville adjacent, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. She was very complimentary, and I was like, me, really? I'm like honored to be here.
That's so cool to hear, because she's been through so much recently,
man.
and like heartbreak after heartbreak, and in the worst ways. But hearing that her spirit is still high, and that she's been able to be present with you.
Yes.
That's why I love her.
Yeah, and we both have kids named Remington, so we bonded over that. Of course, we talked babies and stuff. Yeah. So yeah.
And Pier 17 kicking off the summer. What was that like? Because that's an awesome venue.
It's so sick. That was like I said, kickoff to the summer leg of that tour, which was like a huge step up in venues and everything, and sold out into like, I was funny. I was just watching this video from Pier 17. I was like, of me just like weeping, crying. Cause I was like, first of all, this is all I've ever wanted to do. This is what I've been chasing, the dream I've been chasing for a decade. And in this song called What a Life, on the video screen, it pops up of like, me as a baby, and then me as a 5-year-old, 6, 7, and in that is a picture of me at the Statue of Liberty. And so I'm just like watching the screen. I'll cry talking about it right now. It's like seeing that photo pop up, and then looking out over this sold out crowd, you can see the Statue of Liberty from the stage at Pier 17. And I was just like, it just like hit me, and I was like dry heaving, crying. I'm like, this is my dreams all coming true, like right here on the stage right now.
The fact that you have that much love for New York, because I had that love too before I moved here. And then that venue with the bridge there, and then the outside and the sea of people, and knowing that you come from a really, really small town, and then you were able to have so many fans pull up in New York City, which is one of the hardest places to get love from.
Because you're competing with everything, every other genre, Broadway, and to get that many people out was just like mind-blowing to me. And like, we have family on Long Island.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Belmore. Shout out to the Muscarells. So we came to New York like every other summer.
I didn't know that.
Every other summer growing up. And it was like the highlight of my summers. Like, oh, we're going to New York this year for like a week plus. And like, we would come into the city, we would go to shows, we would hit the Broadway, and we would do Twin Towers. But I got like Polaroids of the towers from in my kids, my little scrapbook, from back.
So New York was always really special to you.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. It was like the highlight of your summertime.
Absolutely.
Dang, I did not know that. So do you have a standout moment from your summers in New York? Like just a really New York moment?
Statue of Liberty, really. Like we would always do just like the super touristy stuff.
Yeah.
And seeing, we've seen Stomp was a big standout. Remember Stomp with the trash cans and everything? Oh, Stomp was lit. Because I'm a drummer first. And so like that's where my music journey started. And so it's just, Stomp was crazy. You don't know Stomp? Oh my gosh, you got to look it up.
No.
Yeah, Stomp was on Broadway. I must be aging myself.
No, I just.
But yeah, no, just always doing just the most cliche, like buying fake Oakleys off the street for $5 and thinking I was so cool, and then like the next day the paint starts peeling off. And
Yeah.
Like, oh no, yeah, forget.
You talked about your drummer start, because I know that you have roots with music. Your mom taught you piano, is that true? And your dad with the choir, and you were in the band, but it was a cool band in high school.
Thank you. Yes. Who told you that?
I heard you talk about
You did?
it.
Okay. Yeah. My wife likes to roast me for being in the marching band, but ours was cool. We were really good, I promise. And yeah.
But the funniest part to me was that you had a band, like your own little band in high school, and that it was like Teen Angst vibes.
Oh, yeah. It was a metal band for sure. And we were just like garage, grunge, shred, as loud as possible, as like chug, chug, and, you know, screaming and everything.
Did you guys write your own songs too?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What are
That's
some
all we did.
standouts?
Ooh, some standouts. Well, first of all, our band name was called Buried Under Broken Glass.
Okay. Oh my.
So metal. It's the most metal band. It's one of the best band names I've ever heard of. So I'm honored to have been in, you know, not the best band, but best band name
Yes.
in the history of metal music. What was one song was called like Parachutes Under Attack or something like that?
Yes.
I don't know.
Just give me my
I
Chemical
really don't
Romance.
remember any other song names.
That's so, and it's
Yeah.
funny because you've talked about how you grew up with country, like country is
Yeah.
like your root, but then you're gonna go like hard
The
metal, and
hard
give it to
left,
'em.
yeah, hard left, had the emo swoop and everything. Oh yeah,
No, you didn't.
oh yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I'm probably telling too much because people are gonna go find this stuff and it's gonna get out. But whatever.
No, I love it. I love it. And that's the part of you. And that's actually, we see that, like, that performative, the kind of get in with it in what
Yeah,
you do now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like that's such a huge part of like my live performance is like seeing all these bands and stuff just like jumping around, running around. I'm like, this is the best.
Yeah.
And like screaming every word of these songs that I loved. And then like, but like also at the same time growing up on Garth Brooks, who does the same thing. Running around, the most energy. I do the headset mic because of Garth Brooks.
Wow.
Because I can't just stand, like I'm very ADHD, and so like I can't just stand behind a microphone and sing these songs. I'm like, I gotta run around, I gotta rip.
You feel it.
Oh yeah.
That's so cool. And then I actually heard that you have some like Cyrus family ties,
Yeah.
which is like,
Yeah.
she's like my number one, like Miley Cyrus.
Really?
Like, I know that she went to your house when she was little. Like, well, how did that start?
There's no way she would ever even remember this. So Brandy, her older sister, me and her were in college together, and it's so crazy to see this now because like we would literally talk to Miley on the phone of like hopping out the plane at LAX, like she just got to LA. She was like telling it, like recapping her day of like, I think we're gonna do this show called Hannah Montana, and she's like, it's like telling us what it's about, and like she's like super nervous and all this stuff, and it's just crazy to think back on those conversations and because you never know, you know, like you never know what's gonna happen with stuff like that. So like, yeah, girl, go get it, go do your thing, and then now it's Miley Cyrus. But yeah, it's just crazy to, you know, hear and talk these conversations of, oh no, yeah, that's this new TV show called Hannah Montana. But yeah, there was one time when we were all there. We lived in the same town, and for some reason or another, we were all just hanging out at my parents' house, and Brandy and Miley were all over there hanging, and my sister was like absolutely losing. This was after like a couple seasons of Hannah Montana and everything. So
If you were to run into her, would you ask her about that, or would you just like?
Maybe, I don't know.
I know, it's like-
probably knowing me, yes. Knowing my social cues, I would miss all of them and just be like, remember that time we were just, you know?
I would.
Yeah.
I totally would.
Yeah, and there's no way. She's lived so much life since, you know, she was 14-year-old,
Yeah.
and so yeah.
And then you fell in love with your wifey in college too, and
Did I ever?
And it
She's
was-
right here.
I know it was so cool learning that you have done video work with Nora Jones and all the accomplishments you had that spilled into his work.
You've done your research.
I'm a country fan, so
Okay.
I grew up on like Tim McGraw, and my dad put me on Tim McGraw and Brad Paisley, Garth Brooks,
Yes.
Shania Twain. But I want to get back to that because I mean, you shared how you were putting out music and you were working on the music thing, but it like didn't hit yet. What were you also doing around that time? Like, what did that look like? Was it all pouring into music? Did you have another job?
No, luckily, I never had to get another job. I had a publishing contract. So that it was like a little draw. Probably, I think the most I ever made was like 35 grand.
What does that mean?
So like you sign a songwriting deal. So I was signed as a songwriter. So I was writing all my own music.
How did you do that though?
What?
Get signed as a songwriter. That's pretty big.
Huge.
Yeah.
And like even that alone was just a huge step for me. I was writing actually with two of my buddies back in the day, like 09 Florida Georgia Line. Like they didn't even have a band name yet, and like they wanted to be songwriters, and like I was the artist. Like I was like, I know I want to be an artist. I want to be on stage. I want to play the songs that we're writing for myself on my stage at my shows. And they're like, dude, dope. So we wrote my whole first EP was like 90% with them. And so I think the songs that we were writing kind of started getting spread around town, and like next thing I know, I'm getting an email from Craig Wiseman, who's like one of the most legendary Nashville songwriters of all time. And just like he wrote Live Like You're Dying, Tim McGraw, just to name one of his thousands of hits. So next thing I know, I'm getting emails from him and his company, and then once that kind of something went out with my music on it that got the attention of like 5 different publishers, and next thing I know, it's like I'm getting deal offers left and right for songwriting. So like that's me signing like the song portion away, like the 9.25%, whatever the split is. So my songwriting deal. So next thing I knew, I just had like offers on offers, and so I got to like, well, this person's offering me this, and they're like, all right, yeah, we'll give you that. And so like I negotiated actually a really good first songwriting deal. And so I was just living off that. And
wow.
Yeah. So that was, I mean, it's nothing. It's not crazy. It's just like a
way to survive.
35 grand a year advance just so you don't have to go, drive around or whatever. That you can put your full attention into writing songs. So I was living off that. But I will say, when you have 3 roommates and your rent is $250 a month, $300, and no car payment, no nothing, that 35 G's a year goes a long way. Your boy was balling. Straight out of college.
Like, what does that mean for you? Like, what were you doing?
I was taking our friends downtown,
Shots on
buying everybody's drinks.
Yeah.
I went, like we went to Chicago or something, and like we walked into All Saints, and I was just like, let's go. And I like bought my first like expensive leather jacket.
What?
And by expensive, I mean at the time it was like $400.
Yeah.
Which I was like, yeah, baby, that check just hit. So then you get married, and then I'm responsible for $1,000 of rent. And and I actually got dropped. That income stopped as soon as we got married, crazy enough. And then there was another deal happening behind the scenes, but it just took so long to get, that rolling. And so it wasn't rough for us. It was just financially rough, first kind of year of marriage to, just keep chasing this dream. And so I'm grateful for it though. It's like, I really got to kind of hone in my production. Like I was just in my studio every day.
Oh, so you got dropped so you can focus everything on your own stuff.
Well,
kind of, right? Just like you were like, I need to bet on myself, because you kept saying that, like I'm gonna make it no matter what. Like I'm not giving myself other options.
Yeah. So really, it's just like, okay, I just got dropped. So, I mean, I need to I'm like a double down. Like I'm not gonna go drive around. I'm not gonna deliver pizzas. I'm like, but I would rather be poor and be honing my music and writing and figuring this out than doing that. So I kind of dove in and started producing my own demos and really kind of like making sounds and like producing a sound, and so it was like 6 months after we got married is when I wrote Yours, my first single.
Yeah. And
it was with two of my best friends that we all went to Belmont together, and it was just like that click moment of like, why did it take us so long for us three to get together? And Yours was the second song we even wrote together, and then like Blue Tacoma was probably the fifth song we wrote together, which was my second number one. And then Every Little Thing was probably the 10th song we wrote together, which is third number one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, it just all of a sudden. So we had this EP, and I'm getting to the music video. And we had this EP, the Yours EP, which was Yours, Blue Tacoma, Every Little Thing, and another song, MGNO. And like, that's had 3 number ones on this EP, and we took it around town. I like literally no one. I could not get a record deal.
Yeah. With
an EP with 3 platinum songs. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that to brag on myself. I'm saying that,
like, what's going on here?
Yeah. And I don't know if they're like, if I was just like Nashville's like cute little brother, like, oh, Pat, good for you.
Sometimes they don't see the real gold from where you're from.
Because I grew up in Nashville, and it's like, oh yeah, we know Russell. We remember when he was 19, and he crossed our desks back in whatever. So anyways, we got to the point of like, I hope I know that these are hit songs. Like, I believe in this music. I made this little EP. Nothing's happening. What the heck is going on? And so we're like, well, I guess we'll just like start dropping this on like YouTube and like whatever. And she's like, we're shooting a music video. I'm going to shoot this music video. She shot for Norah Jones, as you just said, and all that stuff. So she was like, all right, let's go. And I was like in workout clothes, like, let's just go like practice, make sure we got some cool shots. She's like, no, get dressed. We're shooting the video today. And we just go out. We're just like praying. We're just like, God, we need a miracle, because like nothing's happening. What's the deal here? And this video, man, it's like, if you go watch it, it's like all of a sudden she's like, go again. This is crazy. And I'm like, what's crazy? She's like, there's literally lightning like flashing behind your head everywhere. It's nuts. And I'm like, okay, sick. Are we gonna die? What's happening? And she's just like, go, do it again. And it starts like pouring down rain. And we just keep going and keep going. My best friend's in the front with the aux plugged in, just blaring it through the speakers. And like, we call it the $6 music video just because of the gas money we spent driving up and down this road. And then CMT nominated music video, it's just like, it's crazy.
The debut off that, best new artist, like Song of the Year.
Nomination. Crazy.
And you reflected how that's so uncommon, but how cool it was for you to have that moment. You've said is one of your proudest moments looking back so far.
Yeah, it was such a naive thing to like, oh, dude, my first single just had my first number one. Like, the song behind it, Blue Tacoma, was already popping. Boom, I got the nomination for ACM Song of the Year.
Kaylee did that.
And yeah, so yeah. It's wild. Like, I was nominated for New Artist and Song of the Year, which to me, that and Entertainer are the two biggest. Cause like, so yeah, it was just like so naive. Like, oh, this is easy, bro. Like once the floodgates broke open, I was like, oh, Song of the Year, dude, let's go. And we lost. We lost to Dan and Shay, Tequila.
Bro.
But if we're gonna lose to somebody, I guess that's fine.
That is such a cool story.
Yes.
Was there other moments that you can pick out that you just like listened to her leading and you're like, okay, that blew up into something that yeah,
everything. Yeah. I'm like, because sometimes I just get like, just go. Just like put it out, go. Like,
yeah.
If it works, it works. I'm not too proud. If it doesn't work, we'll do another one, whatever. But like, you know exactly what story I want to tell. Love You Like I Used To. So this was beginning of whatever year. We wrote this song called Love You Like I Used To, and I'm so excited to get back in the songwriting swing. Like, I'm ready to write my next album. And she's like, I play it for her. And she's like, She's like, the title of the song is better than the actual song. She's like, the payoff is just wasted, whatever. And I was so mad. I was like, oh, what the heck? Like, this is ridiculous. But we're all friends. Yeah. And so she texts the other writer. She's like, is it just me, or like, did you guys kind of miss and they're like, yeah, we were excited just to get back in, blah, blah. So we go back, completely rip the song to shreds, start over, rewrite it. They come out on the bus one weekend we're opening for Lady A. We're all on the bus trying to like piece together, fix this song. And we walk out and I'm like, I think we did it. And like my label was there, one of our head radio guys was there. And I remember playing it for him and they were just like, bro, like they were like, they did like drop their phone, like mic drop, like, oh shit, this is going to be something. And I was like, I hope so. Because, we wrote a really bad song and then we just kind of ripped it to shreds and pieced it back together and ended up being one of my biggest songs. Yeah. It's the longest running top 10 in country radio history.
Wow.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Tied, with Lone Star Amaze.
Thank you you're going to get clocked for that one. No, I'm kidding. Thank you for sharing that. And it puts a new perspective to like my better half, because I just got married too. And I feel like
congrats.
Thank you. I feel like things that I lack, like he'll put me in my place and be like, that was like, we could do better there. Like you really had to do. So it's cool that you can recognize that and that you have that relationship where you guys are so open with each other that you.
Like she's, sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah.
She's like, sees the moment. This is it. Like, let's go. And I'm more like, God's gonna do it or he ain't. It's gonna happen. Everybody, it's
God's plan.
If we cross paths, if we says that, like we were golfing in Hawaii, and Justin Bieber was one hole in front of us. She's like, babe, go talk to him. Go say hi. This is your chance. Tell him you know Dan and Shay. Tell him you. And I'm just like, if we meet, we meet, bro. Like, it's like, I know, but I didn't want to. It's Biebs. Everybody's coming up to Bieber, dude.
But Dan and Shay was the perfect lock-in.
That's
like
true.
I would have really pushed for that.
Yeah, I know.
You create your opportunities.
Maybe I should. Yeah, that's true.
No, it's okay. That's so funny. Wow. And just hearing that through that, I mean, so many great moments have happened for you. I want to get into it today, but there's just, you said that one of your proudest moments as well was opening for Tim McGraw back in, I think, 2022. Yeah. And he is one of my ultimates.
Right?
And I met him and he was so sweet and nice. He's so down for things. So what did you learn going on tour with him?
I mean, he just stays hungry. He's been doing this since 89. I was 2 years old and he's still out here selling tickets. And so to be, his opening act right before he goes on, just to see the crowd, the stage, how he handles his band and crew, how he handles his family, a family man,
His daughters are always there.
Yeah. And Faith was just, 90% of the shows, Faith Hill was just right there behind the monitor desk, just dancing and being his number one fan. And that was amazing to see. And, there was one night I remember we were all just sitting around after a show, and he was just kind of pouring into me and the other openers and stuff, and he was just like, you can't outwork. No, what did he say? It was like, he was like, you can't work a bad song. Does that make sense? Like, you can't, like, it's all about this song. Like, you can work as hard as you want on a mediocre song, but like, if you spend your time and focus on like the right songs, the best songs, he's like, it's going to make your career so much better, so much easier. And that just, he's so right. Cause I feel like I've had both. Like I've had like hits and I've had like hits, and then my hits are not fun because it's so much extra work. Yeah.
Well, you even touched on that with the song that you had to go rework and write. That if you would have just put that out, and even if your wifey's saying meh,
it wouldn't have even made it to radio. It, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would have been like buried in like track 15 of an album.
Yeah.
A hidden track
Mm-hmm.
at best.
And now with your baby that you put out this summer, congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
You were saying that this is like the most you felt you to put out and write, and then seeing that RussellMania just took off, the biggest shows you've been able to play and the craziest.
Yeah.
How has that been so far on this journey for this leg?
This is the year I've been waiting for from a career standpoint. Yeah. Just and it's like I finally feel like the dreams that I dream in my mind and in my heart are finally matching up with what I get to see every night, you know? And it's like, it's just so fun. And this is all I've ever wanted to do. And like to see what really is crazy is like the shows that I used to be the opening act for, like Thomas Rhett and Tim McGraw and you name it. And it's like, oh man, like I know they're not here for me, but I get to hopefully make a new fan. And it's really been a hard mind shift because it happened, like the whole journey didn't happen quick, but this year happened quick. Mm-hmm. And I've had to reset my mind, especially entering into these venues that I used to be the opener for. And it's just like, I'm still in that headspace. Like, all right, I'm going to go out there. I got to get the crowd super hype. I got to run around and da-da-da. And like my wife, she's just like, that's what else I learned from Tim McGraw. Just stick it. Like you can go out. I can go out there now and just stand there. You know what I mean? And they'll be so hype.
Because we try so hard to prove. And it gets to that point where we're like, we can just be and be loved.
Yes. And I'm still learning how to do that. Yeah. Because for so long I was the opening act. And that's why people brought me on tour though. Like I was the guy who, no slow songs. Boom. 30, 45 minutes of bangers, songs that they know-ish, and running around getting everybody hype and dancing. And then I just had to I'm still learning how to shed that off to be like I don't know what superstar performance, the headliner, the headlining performance instead of the opening act.
Also, you're really proud about how your past big hits have been more ballady, lovey songs, but this one is really a turn up, which is reflective of your personality. Mm-hmm. So talk about that.
And I just think it's all locking in now. It's like I got yours was just such a huge song for me, like my first song, and so I was like, oh, okay, well, this is my lane, I guess. And then but Blue Tacoma, Every Little Thing weren't really ballads. And then Love You Like I Used To, another one. And so I'm like, all right, well, I'm fine with being the love song guy. I'll be the Michael Bolton of country music. I don't give a frick, dude.
Bring it in.
Yeah. I can go the distance. Yeah. I can go the distance.
I'll be there someday.
Yeah. So anyways, and so, no, I am. It's I had a song called Bones right before Happened to Me. And I'm on the phone. We're in the UK. We're planning the tour. All right, we have to name this tour. What are we going to name it for next year? And I was like, it has to be RussellMania.
Yeah,
And he was like, yeah, but Bones is out right now. And it's this, again, a power ballady love song. And I was like, yeah, I don't care. Sorry, it's just, we're going to do it. Yeah. And little did we know that in 2 months, Happened to Me was going to drop and just blow Bones out of the water.
Which gives the vibe of.
Exactly. And then it just, that locked in, RussellMania locked in, came together. And I mean, we literally saw ticket sales just, boop,
wow.
instantly. Which is crazy. I get chills. That's because you don't know. You can have a huge song, but that doesn't mean people want to come to your show. But for some reason, it really
bringing the party.
And I think if this would have been my first single, I don't think that would have been the case. It would have been oh, cool song. What is this guy? But oh, this is Russell Dickerson, Blue Tacoma, yours. I love you. Every little, she likes it. It kind of stringing all these songs together, and maybe it just clicked for people or something. And now now we get to play sheds and arenas and Red Rocks and all kinds of stuff.
And pop out for a Jonas Brothers
Pop
tour.
out for a little
Hello?
Joe Bro feature.
Do y'all go back like your summers in New York City? Because they're Jersey boys. I don't know if you guys cross paths. How did that even happen? Because I'm also a huge Jonas Brothers fan. I just saw them in San Francisco.
So it started with management, and then they sent like 15 dates. And they're like, just let us know if anything works. And I was like, okay, crazy. Wow. And then Kevin texts my creative director. They grew up together. Somehow, crazy connection. And Kevin texts her. He was like, hey, I know this is happening, but like we want Russell like on Friday.
Oh.
And she's like, okay. It was like, they were like either Chicago or Detroit. And I couldn't do Chicago. And they were like, okay, Detroit, like in 3 days. And she's like, okay, let me check. And like she calls you like, hey, Kevin just texted me, sidebar, that like they really want you to do Detroit. And I was like, we have a show the next night, but I think we could do it. And so we just booked you, her, me, Daniela, her husband. And I was like, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to go out. But our goal is to walk out of this night, this arena, with them featuring on Happen to Me. Like we went in with a mission. And I was like, Daniela, you're coming with us. You're flying. I'm buying both of your plane tickets. We're all going to go. We're all going to hang. Because they grew up together. You know what I mean? So like.
Oh, they have a connection. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, this is sad, but like her father passed away and all the brothers came and their dad came to the funeral. Like we were all at that funeral together. You know what I mean? So it's like, I was like, okay, we've got all these connections. It was like, we're going to walk out of here with a Joe Bro feature on Happen to Me. And we're talking to the dad. We're talking to Kevin Sr. backstage, and he kind of runs the whole behind the scenes, you know. And Danielle was like, the boys should hop on this song. Like, it's really popping off. Like, it's about to go #1 on country and da-da-da. He's like, oh, absolutely. He's like, why wouldn't we? Absolutely. And so here we are with Happen to Me featuring the Jonas Brothers.
Who was more excited, Kaylin or you? Because I mean, I am just like you.
Me. Yeah. I grew up Joe Bro adjacent. My little sister was the, obsessed. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, cool. I can jam to 3,000. I can jam to, whatever,
Love
Burn It
those.
Up.
Yeah, there you know
down.
it. Yeah.
But, and my sister flew to the show.
I was going to say, please tell me you brought her out because that would have been.
My sister.
You would have been such a hater for that.
I flew my cousin, Leanne, the Muscarella from Long Island.
You be looking out.
Yeah.
Oh, from Long Island.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. That is so awesome.
Yeah. They were like, do you know how much these flights are? I was like, nope, I don't care. Get here. This is only going to happen one time.
Yeah.
You got to be there.
And did you write that for them or how did their feature?
Oh, they just sang verse 2. They just took
gotcha.
verse 2. They stacked their beautiful harmonies on it. And it's just so cool to they have like their thing. And you can tell, like, I'm listening to all the different harmonies. I'm like, oh yeah, that's Joe's like signature,
like high riff,
yeah, just like cool stuff. Like, and it's just like, Nick sent me a video from the studio of him just like, all the vocals all stacked. And he was like, it sounded fire. I was like, oh my god, bro, I got chills. This is crazy. And yeah, just I can't believe this is real.
I can't believe this is real.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So you get out on stage with them and then now they're featured on the song. So now they're part of that journey for you, which is cool. It's only going to elevate it more to even more of the pop fans.
Mm-hmm.
And I also love hearing, when I heard your album, I even heard one of your songs that has that like hip hoppy twang because I know you grew up like on that too, like I did too. And it's so beautiful that we're in a time where we can melt some of those together.
Yeah.
And you're always defending anyone that wants to come and celebrate the country world.
Yeah.
Where does that come from for you? Because there's other critics that want to kind of gatekeep it.
They're either like not that country and they're trying to pretend to be, you know what I'm saying? Like why would you take this upon yourself to defend somebody else's music or critique somebody, you know what I'm saying? Either that or they are just like straight up the only thing they've ever listened to is Waylon Jennings, which is fine. But I grew up listening to Garth, Tim, Shania, Usher, Jagged Edge, Luda. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so like, I mean, my mom like broke my Lil Wayne CD in half because she heard it. You know what I mean? Rightfully so. And
Like,
you know,
what,
Marshall
Lollipop?
Mathers, Marshall Mathers LP. Like I can't believe I listened to that. Listen to it now, but yeah, like I grew up on everything: Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blink-182, metal.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just like, why would you? Pop doesn't sound the same. Pop doesn't sound like the Beatles anymore. You know, and it's just like, why would you? They're just purists, and like I don't know, they're self-righteous, thinking that they can just like preserve a genre. But I'm like, why, dude? Like, why not have a little twang with a 808 underneath it? And so you're probably talking about heard it in a country song.
Yeah.
And like, that is directly inspired by Nice and Slow Usher. Like, if you hear the guitars, it goes like that little thing was like straight up. Like, I was like, maybe because they were playing the chords, and I was like, dude, this kind of feels like that. I just wanna take it nice. I'm probably gonna get sued now, but
No,
that's fine.
you're fine. Oh yeah, what is it called? What's that word? Interpretation.
Infringement, interpolation.
Interpolation.
Yeah.
That's the word of the year, I think.
Dude, if I gotta put Usher Raymond on a song, I'm not mad. They call me USHER. Do you? That? How old are you?
I'm 31.
Okay. You don't know the.
I was a Confessions girly. Confessions
Okay.
was my album
All
in
right.
middle school for Usher.
This is going back to like 98. My way.
Yeah. I'll do my history. I'm sorry.
I thought you were just gonna join in with me.
I know. I'm sorry.
She's too young for Usher's first album.
No. So I heard you talk about something that made me giggle because I also strive to not be a diva. Like you want to be the anti-diva.
Correct.
And especially in like radio, I hear a whole bunch of horror stories, and I've been like in rooms and worked for people that were that in radio, and I'm sure you've seen it in country with yourself. So how do you try to stay away from that stigma?
I probably do it too much. Kaylee's, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
She's like, you do it too much. And I don't know. I think, well, should I tell the OG story? Like, so she called me out one time for kind of being a diva.
Oh.
And I still don't remember what she said or something, but it just like, it like broke my heart. And she didn't mean to do that at all. She was just like, I don't even remember what she said, but it was like something diva-esque. Like you, in my head, you're just like XYZ artist. And I was like, oh, and just like something just like broke in my heart. And I was like, oh my God, I never want to be. No, but it's like, who are you? You know, like, cool, you have massive success, but like at the end of the day, we're all human, and we're all like, I don't know. It is a goal to like not ever let that creep in, and no matter how many assistants we got carrying my Louis bag. No, I'm just kidding. We don't have that, but and you know, I just like, I don't know. I never want to let success and fame change who I've always been as a human. Period.
That's on period. Well, you've also shared how you grew up with the people you're still around, your college squad. You call them your fire squad.
Dude, she's got it.
Well, was there like, have there been moments where there too have been like telling you, bro, like calm it down a little bit?
No, they've never. I think it's the opposite. I feel like they're like, oh wow, like, you know, RDs. I mean, you could tell. They probably tell you, but when people like outside of our circle ask them, I've, you know, they just tell us like, no, like RD's like shockingly the same old goofy, ridiculous, over the top RD. I guess, yeah.
And then something that I do want to bring up is I see you on the PJ. You're playing cards. Do you play cards often? What are your games?
Yeah, we do. What's it called? 4-card golf. I don't know.
Back to golf. Like even on the card game, you're playing golf.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. Yeah, our video guy. Yeah, he taught us this game. It's just 4-card golf. We play dice too.
I love dice.
Yeah.
I love BS.
We do the like bust, or like 100. You have to get to 100. If you roll a 1, you lose your points that round. If you roll snake eyes, you lose all your points.
Okay,
so first to 100 wins. It's so fun. So it's just like, Well, yeah, we just pass
But
the
what
time.
kind of a gamer are you? Because me and my husband, like, we're banned on some games. We get way too competitive.
Nah.
Like, we cannot.
Nerds. You ever play Nerds? Couples with, because
No,
you're like,
I need
you're
to
with
write
your,
it down.
like when we play with our Fire Squad friends, like there's a couple that can't be on the same team because they will literally get divorced.
Wait,
They're
well,
one round of Nerds away from divorce.
ours is Catan. We can't play Catan
You can't play
with our
Settlers.
family. Like, we can't play Settlers.
That's
Like,
so funny.
it was a blowout last time in the worst way. So we've had to pray about that one.
That's amazing. You
I
had to
love it.
repent
Yeah.
after Settlers. That's funny.
And they're coming out with a Netflix got the rights to a movie or a
Oh,
show or
wow.
something about. I know.
I've never played Settlers.
It's so good. It's,
Yeah?
Get into it with the Fire Squad. It'll get feisty.
Okay.
I'll tell you. Something else, you like the Find My Friends app a lot?
Okay. Yeah.
Like what do you do on there?
Well, it's like you love the Find My Friends app. She has like 49 friends on
Me too.
Find. It's usually like your mom, your dad, your family. You know, it's like, but you're the Find My Friender. Oh man.
Have you got
Sometimes
have
we
you
use
got
it to
caught up
communicate.
on it?
We were on the road and we're like a 3-hour time difference. So I'm still sleeping. And she somehow thinks I'm dead because my phone wasn't moving or we're on the bus and you can ping it. You call and call and call and call. I wasn't answering. So she thinks I'm literally dead. And I just like finally fell back asleep. I was up all night, terrible bus drive. And like, it's just like my phone starts. And I'm just like,
smart.
oh, what? And I know what it means. It means that I'm not answering my phone. I know what that means. And I call her. I'm like, are you, please, what? Did somebody, or our children alive? What? She's like, are you alive? Are you alive? I'm just making sure you're alive.
Literally me.
Okay. Dude. Yeah. And so I was like, oh my gosh, find my freaking friends.
Yes.
Yeah. But it is fun to look, see where people are.
Right?
What your homies up to?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. And something beautiful too. You brought your son on stage and he did it like sing. And do you see that in the boys too, being a boy dad?
Yeah, I mean, Remy was so adamant because we played the Grand Ole Opry, and it's a daddy show to him. Like that's a concert, and he can come out if he wants on my shows. I'm like, whatever you want to do, bro. Like the crowd loves that stuff, and when she comes out too, and so he was like, I'm coming out on stage. I was like, oh, it's a different vibe here. The Opry's more buttoned up and and he just like he was just like lost it. He was like, oh my God, he was like crying, and I was like, bro, chill out, stop. I was like, we'll figure something out. And then I was just like, all right, fine. At the very end, just like run out and come give me a hug. And so he just like at the end of yours, it's very cute.
Aww.
He just like ran out there and just jumped in my arms. It was adorable.
It's funny that he dictates when he goes out or not. I didn't
Yeah,
realize
right,
that.
I mean,
Yeah, I love that. And he's gonna be,
whatever.
I'm gonna go on the Opry. Okay, I don't care what you say.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Now, looking at 2026, I mean, we're here already, the holidays. So, where's your brain at? Are you still trying to stay as present as you can? Have you been working on more music? I mean, I'm sure you are, but what are you really gearing up for the new year and next year?
We're winding down, and I think it's time to take a breath, because it's just a lot of stuff is coming in next year because of what's happened this year.
Wow.
And I think it's time to chill out. As much as I want to, we were just talking about this the other night, as much as I want to go straight into writing the next album and recording and getting it going, like I just canceled a whole like writing retreat. It was that, and I was just like, can't do it. I need to chill. I need a breath. I need to hang out with my family uninterrupted and be home and be present. So until next year, yeah, I need to prepare for next year. It's like, it's going to be the year of my bucket list dreams. We've got, I don't know what we can and can't announce. I don't care. It's like, we got Red Rocks and the Greek in LA and, these amphitheaters of just like the biggest crowds that will ever be, that we have yet to be in front of. Right. So it's like, I don't know. I just want to I want to mentally prepare for that. I want to get creative in our show and concept and have time to dream again and all that and just prep for next year.
I'm really proud that you're going to take time to be with the family. And there's so many families that look up to you guys, and your dynamic and are working too. So thank you for being an example of that. And we cannot wait to see what you have for us next year. Fans in the comments want to see you in Germany.
Ooh.
They want to see you do more with Trey Kennedy.
Yes.
So that was a fun moment. And us too. We can't wait to see. So thank you so much for the time. I know you're so busy, and we really appreciate you. Congratulations on everything. And we're going to be there rooting you on for every next step of the way.
Great interview, by the way.
Thank you
You're
very
amazing.
much. Thank you.
You're really good at what you do.
Of course, fam.
Yeah.
Russell Dickerson, y'all.